You know,
if you have one?
I uh, I now am a person of planning because I have to divvy out my time with all the tasks that I have to complete. I still am learning about myself. That is one thing that I have taken a deep dive into, understanding how my mind works, how I operate. I know people call it the shadow work. Just learning the highest self of you. That's something that I am trying to figure out what drives me, what flaws me. Just learning those things so that way I can see what I need to progress on as a person. That way it will flow over into my spiritual aspect, emotional, physical. Eventually it'll flow over into my work as well.
Mm. Yeah, I can see that, and I totally agree with that. And I'll say this, and you can chew on it for later. You don't have to respond to it now. But one way I like to describe, um, and this is totally off script, but one way I like to describe, Jesus, and some people they can't necessarily deny it, but a lot of people ascribe to the being of Jesus outside of themselves, meaning they're waiting for him to come from somewhere, being as if you know, um, I've studied a ton of Hebrew, um, Hebrew language, especially over the past 5 or 6 years. One way to view it, because you said like seeing your highest self and the things that you need to work on. I always tell people if you are a Christian, I would like for you to study Jesus in the form of you always see him at a place at a specific time doing a specific thing, always arriving to provide an answer for the problem that is evident. And most people don't know that his name, and somebody called in the thing Paul. Uh, but some people don't understand that the name Jesus stands for God is the answer or God is salvation. So he's always there being an answer or providing a solution to a problem. Now, when it comes to us, people always pray outside of themselves, not realizing that when it comes to scripture, if you are looking at yourself outside of the scripture, um, it's kind of hard to make the correlation between who Jesus is and who we are. There's almost a lack of connection between the two. But if you place yourself as the central character of the Bible and you play all the parts, notice that your aspirations and your desires, they are never, you never see Jesus being the nurse. You always see Deanna being the nurse. You never see him open up a clinic for aesthetics. You saw yourself doing that, right? It would be weird to see him with the beard, doing the stuff, but you saw yourself doing it, right? So all the things that you aspire to do, Jesus shows up to you doing the thing that you love doing as the solution to your problem. Does that make sense? So when you're looking for the answer always shows up that way. Like I never see Jesus doing the things that I want to do. I always see myself doing them, which means that I'm well capable of the thing doing them because it is the actual answer to the thing that I feel like would help me overcome the specific situation. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but most people are like, oh, that does make sense. But and so for the last and final part of this, if you had a blueprint that guaranteed you could consciously choose your identity every day, what would that be worth to you?